Welcome to the next edition of the Executive Digest, our limited series on getting insight from senior managers up and down the business world on what are they facing these days, how are they solving it, and what are their secret tips that they want to pass on to their colleagues. So I have today Ashwani Verma, and we want to hear all about him and his new company and his wisdom on how to be successful in these particular volatile times. Ashwani, please introduce yourself and your company.
Hello, Adam. Nice to be on your program. Adam, my name is Ashwani, 25 years into IT services, and we've been providing solutions for banks and financial institutes and all that, and thought about this solution, what we should build for some domain, which is deprived of not too much of a technology, we can add over value. And we built this solution. Solution name is Fixyee. Fixyee is CMMS solution, which is asset management system. So this asset management system is we're helping organizations turn their maintenance program into the profitability. One of a program what we have it where the companies can have their maintenance yard. They can add customers to it, even though they are not mechanic shop. I'm not talking about the mechanic shop or so. For example, let's talk about the trucking or so, right? So trucking, they might be maintaining their own trucks. So they are maintaining their own truck. That's become a cost center. So our idea is they should not be making that a cost center. They should be able to make that as a profit center. So our software gives them an ability to add customers into it. They can maintain their own trucks, and as well as they can get the trucks from the neighboring companies and help themselves and create money on the top, which is absolutely a cost center which people don't pay attention to it. Now, using our software, they can make it a profit center. That's the one part of it. Second part of it, our platform is one of the modern one, very feature rich. You name it, from the purchase order, building your inventory, creating a defect management, work order load, managing the mechanics and all that. This all is a normal process. What you have it, we have it already into our system. Then on the top, we have a warranty management into it. You have a recall management into it. Even on the top, you can manage your insurance claims. Anytime you have an accident, you can also manage that onto our platform. This whole platform, you have it at one single platform, which is going to add great value for any asset management, whether it's a trucking, you have a mill, you have a cranes, you have even small chartered planes, or you have even wind turbines, you have ropeways. You can maintain anything on our platform. We have a very flexible architecture underneath. That's what we do.
Now, every company out there is now a thinly veiled AI company. So, what is your AI play?
That's a great question, and everybody's after that. So we already have something, which is what we have it. We built ourselves. With I can say that on behalf of my team, that we can have a pat on the back. I was reading an article about Uber. So they said that for their drivers or other companies, what they're dealing with, they were sending them invoices. Those invoices have different format altogether. They had a tough time that how to manage those invoices because they don't have EI or so. They have a paper invoices. So they developed this AI-based solution and they put it out in a magazine. They were boosting about it. I think 6 months back, we developed this solution. And I was just wondering why we did not publicize this solution anywhere else. When Uber is developing it, they are putting their name out there and people are appreciating it. We should have done that. And we had that AI solution as a system for a long time. And we have a complete roadmap for adding more and more AI features as part of our platform. In next 1.5 year, and you're going to see that our platform will be coming out pretty extensively using the AI feature.
Gets back to your point, as you need to always be looking on how to change your cost centers into profit centers. You didn't get that AI out there, so you could be processing other people's invoices.
Exactly. And you know what? So the AI, when I talk to people, they always get scared out of the AI. Say AI is going to take our job. We need to adapt. I heard people, they said, oh, you know what? When machines came in, people were worried. When web came in, people were worried. And now AI came in. People are, again, they are worried, but they don't have to. They go with the AI. They need to adapt to it. They need to learn new skill. And I think they are going to get a great value out of the AI. We're going to be somewhere else basically altogether.
Oh, excellent. All right. So, what are some of the big risks that you and your industry are facing now?
Yeah, the risk is in our system, in transportation specifically, what I would say that there are two risks. What I would say that from our side, which is a building team, that is a one risk out of it. And second risk is adaptability from the client side, because the people, they are not so much educated by technology. So when technology comes to them, they get a little bit insecure and they think that this is going to take up their job and all that. And there's a pushback onto it. It's not like the technology is always a friend. If they adapt into it, their productivity is going to be multiple times, which is going to be very good for the enterprise and all that. Instead of pushing it back, so if they adopt it, that'll be good, very good for the company. So that's a another risk, right? So a risk on the overside is attrition, just like any other company. Attrition in the sense that we tend to keep our employees very close to ourselves because they are over knowledge.
It's a lot less expensive to keep a great team together than have to rebuild it. When teams aren't able to deliver on their commitments, what are you seeing as are the challenges, have been the obstacles that get in their way?
Okay, interesting. I think there are two different ways to look at it. One is when people understand, when they think they understand, they tend to ask less question, and which is a mistake because they take that idea that what we are trying to build with a presumption in their mind, and they build something out, and then we have another iteration which is going to make a delay to it. So deliverables are not on time. The second one is hesitation. Hesitation is something which should not be there in the team. And if the team has a hesitation, they are not going to ask question because they are a little bit scared. Oh, you know what? I don't have that much of knowledge. If I ask that question, the guy on the other side would think that I don't know. So they don't ask. So what we do in our team, I implement this kind of a strategy in our team. And very first thing what we tell people is that nobody knows everything. So if you have even a stupid question in your mind, what you think is stupid, it might not be stupid for me. But if you think but ask that we can make that understandable different way, and we can make a different kind of a look on the top of it so that we can give it a spin that everybody understand your question. And you are also pretty comfortable asking those kind of a question, because if I understand that you are not understanding the core business, what we are trying to build, we have to make sure that you understand. If I don't know your problems, deficiencies, how I'm going to help you to recover that. So we definitely need to do that. We're putting our team together not only by the business point of view, but also by the technology point of view. We got to be sure that they have enough caliber, they have enough market exposure, and they understand the technology. In this continuous changing landscape where the technology is continuously changing, at the same time, business requirement is also changing. At the same time, we have to have a mix of talent, which is a senior level, which is understanding the landscape. At the same time, we need to have a low level and medium level skill where they can support a good support system. Quality assurance, customer support are the key to it, because when any of the solution is putting forward in the market, so at that time, client would be coming back with any of the issue. So those customer support plays very important. My high level technical people, they won't be just talking to the customer. Yes, they would, but customer support is a key to it. And they need to be very comfortable talking to the client. They might not be my top shot people for the technology point of view, but if customer is talking to these people, they are not comfortable, that my high level people, we are building a solution and all that out of no use, right? So the every part of the team is so important that I cannot just say, you know what, I hired somebody for Stanford, I hired somebody from MIT. It does not matter. If your customer facing is not good, those people who are hired from a very good education background or very good experience and all that, their work will be going down the drain because the customer does not like your solution in that case. So we got to be sure that the customer is happy. At the same time, we build a solution which is perfect without any bugs and all that. It gives a value for the money for the customers.
Excellent. The customer is having many more moments of truth with your customer service folks
Yeah.
than they are with your senior architects. And as someone who went to Stanford, I would never let Stanford graduates talk to the customer. That nothing good is going to come out of that.
Yeah, and I think you're right. So, Adam, I don't believe in the name tags, just like I said, Stanford or MIT. I just throw those words just for the heck of it so that everybody knows. But I think for me, anybody have a good experience. and anybody having who is good the shoulder with the technology is great, because over the period of last 5 to 6 years, I can tell you that we have changed the technology. Every time the versions are getting changed. So your team need to be so dynamic with the changing landscape of technology and ever changing landscape. They need to be adapting to the changes and making those changes as soon as possible and all that. If you lag behind, your product would be having a lot many issues.
All right, so here's where you get to show off just how brilliant you are. Given all the things that might be changing in the next 5 years, what are your 2 hot takes on advice that you would give to senior executives and C-suite members that they should be incorporating into how they're operating and thinking about it?
Yeah, I think that is exactly what we covered a bit earlier, where our complete emphasis is we already have a roadmap, as I said, for the next 3 to 5 years. And what I would say that what I think that what I preach, right? My advice for anybody out there who is trying to build a solution is get geared up for the AI. Because if you are not working with the AI, you're going to be left behind basically. AI, I'll give you one example. Just yesterday, right, I was just reading about Microsoft has let go people just because of AI thing. The Microsoft is spending $50 billion this year alone. They are not spending that money for the next 5 years. 50 billion for this year is a huge money getting invested in building AI solution, which you will see that in next 5 years, how the landscape is getting evolving and what kind of a different tools are getting created. We need to be getting ready to use all those tools to create our platform AI enabled so much so that we can create a value for our enterprise and all that, because that's where the whole concept is coming in, that AI is not there to take job. AI is to help people out and create a better solution.
What's your second thing?
Yeah. Second thing is from the transportation sector. I would say that the electrical vehicles are coming up pretty fast. And we would see that maybe down the line, 5 years, maybe 10 years, we might see driverless trucks or maybe something like that, right? And those are fantasies. But I would say that I can see people already adapting to those solutions. They are building their fleet with the EV kind of structure into it. We have to see our platform that how we can adapt to that kind of a change. That's a huge change. That's even bigger change than even AI. AI is a big solution by a complete technology perspective. But when you transform the transportation sector, I think that EV is a big game changer in that case.
That's great. It's always wonderful, and it's a privilege that I get to hear the inside on a whole range of industries, and some industries I don't get to talk to or hear enough about on a regular basis. But yes, managing the maintenance of electric vehicles and driverless vehicles. Yeah, the maintenance folks start taking on a big liability on driverless.
And I can tell you that even as of today, right, we have an integration with a lot of vendors right now. They are having automation, some kind of a GPS navigations and stuff into transportation sector. We have a complete automation, end-to-end automation building through all these vendor platform. We can get any kind of issues they find in their system, have it run through our own pipeline, and then go back and update them by itself. So no manual effort into it. So that's the automation pipeline. What we have, it adds a great value.
Okay. All right. Now, what are 2 podcasts, books, articles that you want to recommend to others?
Yeah, I think I'm not that big reader or so, but on and off, I catch up onto some books and podcasts and all. Right on the top of my mind, 2 of them are coming in pretty quick. Is one is a lean startup, and with Eric, right?
Eric Reese.
Yeah. So that is about the team building process and all that. And the second one is work life. That is with Adam Grant.
Okay. We'll look it up. We'll make sure
Yeah.
they have the link.
And so that is all about that how leaders can create environment to build their team and create a better product. So this is all about, because I'm always thinking about that, how can I create value for my team and giving them a very comfortable environment. And I believe in total flat structure, right? In my team, there is no boss. There is no somebody startup and all that kind of a guy, intro or something like that. We bring everybody together in a call and all that. So ask any question. If you think that I'm wrong, just tell me how I am. So if I'm wrong, then I have no problem accepting that, because that way everybody feels so comfortable. They can exchange ideas and create new ideas.
One of our philosophies that are near and dear to the work that I do in Risk Upfront is if there's no room for a no, then a yes is meaningless.
Exactly. Yes.
So well done. All right. Now, are you ready for the unexpected question?
All right.
You ready? What is your favorite vegetable?
My favorite vegetable. My favorite vegetable is broccoli.
Okay. Do you have a favorite dish with your favorite vegetable?
Broccoli, I like broccoli with a stir fried, just like that. Not a dish or something, because broccoli with the zucchini and the carrots and a little bit of lemon on the top, a little bit of vinegar, and just saute a little bit. Amazing. A nice
Well
salad
done.
and stomach filler.
The better these food questions go, we may just flip the whole podcast and make it about good food and good recipes.
I love that.
On that note, I want to thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. And we wish you and Fixyee all the best of success and look forward to hearing how things go in the future.
And as always, I love talking to you, and all the best for your podcast too.
Thank you.
Thank you much.